Hello, I am Russell96 and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft SMP. Again, I'm the only one online right now and my character's face looks really odd when the hood is smushed down onto the same level. Anyway, that's weird how it takes a minute to load that. Anyway, even though no one else is online right now, I'm going to work on the castle a little bit, and what I'm going to be doing is working on redoing this part, because as I mentioned, I shot a creeper, earlier, that's why that was there. Anyway, I mentioned towards the end of the episode where we built the entire entrance part that I wasn't quite pleased with it, that there were too many vertical lines and all that type of stuff. So I tore it down and we're going to be redoing it. Anyway, not sure what the best way about going about doing this is, cause yeah. But what I'm thinking, what made it look odd, the last time I built it, was that it was this, but then it went out, and I'm getting really bad screen tearing. Well, not really bad, but I'm getting screen tearing. And I'm apparently running at 60 FPS anyway, so okay, that fixed it. It's like that's what VSync is supposed to do or something like that. Oh wait. Anyway, what kind of made it look weird was it went from this layer, then it went one block out, this way, so one block towards us out, and that did not work very well with the entire every other block have a pillar design, which I'm not a huge fan of anyway, so I might see if I can work around that a little bit. I'm not sure. Anyway, my extremely well thought through solution to this insane issue is just do this to kinda make the arch a little bit I think this is exactly what I do on, or what I have done with the arches on my single player castle world, so I'm already kinda pleased with it. But basically, just make the arch just indent more, but have the main wall itself at the same, its level's more vertical. I guess I'm not sure if level works horizontally also. I'm confused, if you cannot tell. Anyway, but yeah. So that's my extremely well thought through solution to this massive issue, and I think it should end up looking just fine. We shall see. I will probably have to do a lot of tweaking to make it look perfect per se. It's always hard to make something look perfect though, so yeah, we'll just see how it all turns out. I would say that's good enough for the arch, cause if I use any slabs or anything like that, it would probably look too steep or too flat. That's not the right word, but whatever. Anyway, now for this part, what's my idea? I do not know. I feel like I'm going to try and not really replicate the wall design I used over on these walls, where it's not every single bit's a pillar, it's every other is a pillar, because wow. I think that looks a little bit better than just having every single one be a buttress, because when it's like that it gets really repetitive, and yeah, repetitiveness is not good most of the time. And I don't really have room to completely do this design where it's a full buttress, no buttress, half buttress. Well, I think both that and that is a buttress, I believe. I really need to refresh myself on all the castle terminology, but I don't really have room to have the completely empty pillars, so yeah, we won't do that in this scenario, because I think it should, keyword should, look fine without it, but we shall see. Okay, where was I? Okay, so this pillar is going to continue up. Let's actually go up there, and I also tore down the battlements. I think Ron and Dayton and Dewey and maybe Carson were all on when we first built this, or what used to be here, which I then tore down, but I tore down the battlements that were up here because I felt like it wasn't really fitting into the design at the height they were at. So yeah, I done fixed it, in quotation marks. Yeah. Well, let's just try this for now. Thinking of my single-player castle design, I think that this layer would be cobblestone and then there would just be slabs underneath it. But there isn't really any other cobblestone rings, even in the other towers, so I think I will try to avoid doing that, because it wouldn't, it matches my single player castle really well, because the entire castle has the layers of cobblestone everywhere, so it matches. Yeah, it doesn't, unless we continued that same concept throughout the rest of it and had the cobblestone layers and all that type of stuff everywhere else in the castle, it wouldn't really match. And I see a problem, or a potential problem. I don't like these potential problems, because most of the time they are actually an actual problem. Only I think I see a potential solution to this. Let's hope it works. But at the same time, I think it's probably just going to end up being an even block in the middle. Yep, we're good, I think, maybe. Yep, oh, okay. Crisis averted. We done did good. Except for grammar. Okay, let's quickly do this. I think I'm liking where it is going, so yeah, now I'm debating. What I'm definitely going to do for the center part is have those bits be like that, then have pillars like so, and then stone bits behind those parts. Yeah, let's just put that there also. Well, I could actually probably just tear down most of that, but whatever. Does it really matter? Not really. It probably should, because wasteful, but whatever. Okay, and then I'm not sure what I want to do for those parts, because if I continue this segment all the way across, it wouldn't look right to have this random part be different. But at the same time, doing that could probably break up the same problem we had last time, where everything was too consistent. Anyway, until we get to, well, before we get to that part, rather, let's quickly work on this part. Right now, this is a 3-block spacing between that wall and this top part. I'm not sure if that's enough or not, so let's quickly tear down this dirt and drop down, and let's put those there to get a, glimpse at what it is so far, and if that's enough, we'll make the battlements again, and if it's not, I will raise it up 2 blocks to keep it a odd number, and that is not enough, even remotely. Looking at it, I'm not sure. I want to see what this would look like. Yep, not that. Or is that, like, too much of a arch for it to still match the bottom arch? We have to run over more. Let's keep that and see how it ends up looking, because it breaks up the long flat line that used to be there, so overall I think it should be a good thing. I'm not really sure yet. These are the, oh shoot. These are the types of things I would normally plan out in creative, but yeah, that requires off-camera work, which I do not have much of recently because school. But I have a long weekend, well, long by one more day than normal weekend. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do a lot of stuff, so we shall see how that turns out working. Actually, this top one would probably be stone, I think. Or stone brick, rather. Okay, we're down here now. That was a waste of time. Okay, and then this just goes up like so. I really hope this looks good, or else I'll probably have to cut to continue working on it, like off camera and whatnot. That's cool how the fountain is like, it matches the curve perfectly. Now that's almost too tall. And then once I add battlements and stuff on top of all that, then it's going to be really tall, so let's adjust it, shall we? Oh god. I'm really far over there now. Okay, that is now a 4-block spacing. Oh my god, the fail. But yeah, all I did was shorten that by 1 block and then rebuilt the battlements on top of it. Okay, I know where I am. Took me a little bit to think of it though. But while I was doing that, I thought of what I think should be a really good way to transition this part into the wall and retain an odd number spacing. Can you guess it? It's angle that block and then just have the other pillar be 1 block down. So the gap will be widened to 5 and the block in between should, like the stair that's going to be going sideways, well not sideways, but kind of. Yeah, I don't know. But the stair here should be a good enough transition between the 2 segments, I hope, maybe. That's the idea, anyway. We shall see if, in theory, it is actually good, but yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, we might not even have to do that, because if we aren't going to have, the buttresses going all the way up every single time, and then it would be kind of redundant to have that there. But well, I guess regardless, for that part it works well, it looks good, so I'll probably try and work that in no matter what. Unless it looks bad, then I won't work it in. Yeah. But this part, what do I want to do for this part? And for now, I'm just kind of going to ignore the fact that that tower is there because, yeah, it's not like, it doesn't really have a design yet, it's kind of just there, so, yeah. We'll work with that later, maybe, eventually, possibly, maybe. How did I do that twice in a row? Oh my god, the jumps are not good today. Okay, I think we got it this time. This randomly flies off some random direction like a skeleton's waiting up here and shoots me off. I really wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, to be honest. I wonder, Nah, I'll just pillar up later to put all the battlements down. It's too much. Oh. I didn't even know he was online. Okay. I'll just... cryptic messages. Hopefully he understands it. Well, anyway, if he wants to, he might join us, and then I'll just quickly cut and add him to a Skype call. Well, start a Skype call to begin with. Now for this part. Well, first let's mark out where the supposed, like, breakpoint would be. What doesn't help because those are slabs, I guess, and that's a good point. Those slabs are up here, let's just bring them down here. So that would be the supposed break point. It's a lot of blocks right there. Oh, I don't know if that should be right. Yeah, that's right. I feel like this should be a solid... Actually. That's a solid block. Oh, okay. Anyway, what I was thinking was, like, it might look good to have it still be a partial battlement, but still make it look like it's more of a battlement there. Oh, I just got a Skype message. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, he's having some issues with Minecraft right now, so he won't be joining us this time. Hopefully he'll be able to, like, get Minecraft working. I'll probably look into, like, see if I can help him at all. Anyway, let's continue with this. My idea for this part was to... Well, now that I look at that, that looks a little bit ridiculous, but whatever. I'll work with it. 1, 2, 3. Let's try... Nope, there goes Skype again. Okay. And I moved Skype over to my other screen so I don't have to stop recording to look at it. Okay, anyway, it's nothing like it's just a reply. Anyway, let's quickly see how this looks up. Let's get on the other side so we can actually look at it instead of being trapped behind the wall. Not sure if I will like this or not, but we shall see. Would be good if I started the timer also. Yeah, I don't really like it all that much. Actually, I guess what would probably make it look better is if both of the main segments were only 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's where it should, like, actually start. So let's work off of that and make some type of, I guess, space for it. I don't know. Or something along that line. Or those lines or words are fun and everyone loves them. And that's getting messy, but whatever. We'll work with it as is. Okay, and then that is a 2-block gap. I actually kind of like this look more because it's not as ridiculous as having it 1 block, like a complete 1 full block away from the other bit. So I think that might actually look better. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot more already, so let's kind of continue along with that idea. And I'm thinking that this should look good if we do something like this. I really should just, like, get rid of the shovel so I can have all the blocks I need on my bar at one time. Probably make the entire building process a bit more efficient. And then that's tower. I'll work with that later because it's not the main problem right now. I would like it if this little circle wall, blended into the main bits of the castle better, but I'll work with what I can do for now, and this is pretty much it. But accounting for that, I would say that it's looking it's looking a lot better than it did, that's for sure. I think. It should be interesting to see how the entire thing comes together. Anyway, let's run up to the top so we can make the top half. Well, it's not exactly a half because there's like 3 more blocks on the bottom, but that's not the point, so yeah, let's just work on it. Okay, if that isn't continual on the bottom, I don't think it should be continual on the top, because that wouldn't make sense to have, like, a pillar, but not support it below the pillar, so yeah, let's not do that, even though that's exactly what we're doing right there. Well, yeah, that kinda just, like, debunked that entire, point I just tried to make entirely. Yeah, that happened. Okay. What am I doing? I don't even know. That should be like that, correct? Yep, I think, yep. Okay. And then those bits go there, I believe. And that should be 5 blocks in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. We're doing good. Now let's just not screw this up. And we should be golden. Oh, it gets complicated. Because it pretty much, yeah. Well, I guess we'll have a random pillar being supported by nothing, as we just said we didn't want to do. Yeah. Whatever, let's just work with it, and yeah, if it looks good, it looks good. If it doesn't, I'll fiddle with it more, as I do when I build, because trial and error works most of the time. Let's jump up here and put stone everywhere. And that will be not cobblestone, stone bricks. Okay, and let us... That should be good, I believe. Yep, okay. And that's a stair. And we have 3 matriculation, which is good. Actually, I ended up changing the battlements a little bit. I felt like doing the entire stair and then slab and slab, raising the entire thing up by, well, half a block. I felt like, oh god, I jumped. I felt like that made the, like this top part, it made it too thick, so yeah, I decided not to. Oh my god, the jumps are not good today at all. And now I'm down here. Yeah. Let's get back up there. Yep, we're over here now. Okay. Let's look at it without jumping off something. Oh, I know why that part looks a little bit different. I also decided to put, like, backwards stairs instead of full blocks to kind of open up the matriculation a little bit more. I also think it generally looks a little bit better, so let's quickly do that. Yep. Okay. And I'm trying to think of a way we can work around having this full, like, buttress there without making a complete gap in the entire, like, structural foundation of the entire wall. Because I mean, we could just tear that out completely and make an arch across it, but that would kind of nullify the two matriculation gaps right there, so I don't think that's really the best way to go about trying to fix that. And then the other, like, I guess argument would be, is it even broke? It's not broken. It would never really be broken. It would just be subpar in appearance. So, yeah, well, that pretty much looks like exactly what it was before I changed it. The only difference is that pillar's not there, and then this part's moved forward one block, and I guess it's not the exact same spots for all the, like, battlements and whatnot, but it's pretty much the same thing, which is a lot of vertical lines and all that. Not so much fun. The other idea I just had would be to just put an upside down stair there and a normal stair there, but I think that would look weird to just have a equivalent of a full block, just one block gap in that space. That's an idea, I think. One of the things I believe I possibly did on this wall, maybe not, was just add a horizontal, okay, never mind, I did not do that. I thought I added like horizontal stone bricks to break up the vertical lines, but I guess not. Then again, those are short walls, so it doesn't really matter all that much. I feel like this is overall an improvement from what it was. It also, again, it depends on what, like, the tower itself ends up looking like, the tower in between the two bits ends up looking like. But anyway, I feel like I'm more or less at like a creative block as to what to, like, do with it from here. I think it's, for the most part, done. I think it will look better once, like, there's actually something on the tower instead of just plain blocks. But that will be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I also hope I can actually make another few episodes before this weekend's done, and preferably I would be able to make them during the school week, but that really hasn't worked out so well so far this year. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you all next episode. Bye.